Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Rundown with me, Zulfikar Farzan. Now, before we head into the details of developing news in Sri Lanka, just a reminder that on the 21st of September is Sri Lanka's presidential election, and around 17 million Sri Lankans will be exercising their franchise to elect the new president of Sri Lanka. Now, one of the major concerns surrounding this year's presidential election is the security of presidential candidates. Now, the Minister of Public Security has confirmed that the security of presidential candidates is being thoroughly ensured. Now, the ministry is actively seeking continuous intelligence reports on potential threats to the presidential candidates contesting the upcoming presidential election. Now, according to the ministry, security measures will be based on these intelligence reports. Now, detailed security assessments will be conducted a few days before any public rally involving a presidential candidate, and at the same time, another security assessment will take place several hours before the respective presidential candidate visits the location of the public rally. Now, according to the Ministry of Public Security, under this special security program, all necessary precautions are being taken to safeguard the presidential election candidates. Now, despite these assurances, yesterday, Renuka Pereira, a representative for SLPP's presidential candidate Namal Rajapaksa, who visited the Election Commission, later on told reporters that they had been informed of potential threats being made against presidential candidate Namal Rajapaksa and his father, former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, also the leader of the SLPP. Now, at the same time, the Election Commission has summoned the district returning officers involved in the election process for a very urgent meeting today. Now, the meeting is scheduled for 9:30 a.m. and will include the presence of Deputy Assistant Commissioners and Deputy Commissioners as well. Now, Election Commission Chairman RML Ratnayaka said that the primary agenda of this meeting is to discuss the framework and other activities related to the September 21st presidential election. Now, while presidential candidates are on a campaign trail seeking to muster support for their candidacy to run for the highest office in the country, there is an increasing rise or an increase in the number of complaints being received with regard to the violation of election laws. Now, election monitoring organizations have raised concerns about the rising misuse of government property connected with the presidential election. Now, Manjula Gajanayaka is the Executive Director of the Institute of Democratic Reforms and Electoral Studies. Now, he highlighted that activities such as entertaining voters are intensifying despite notification being made by the authorities to seize such flouting of election laws. Now, in a related development, PAFREL, another election monitoring organization, has also noted that they have received an increased number of complaints over the violation of election laws. Now, according to its executive director Rohana Hettiarachchi, a total of 1,066 violations have been recorded, with 515 cases confirmed. Now, at the same time, Sri Lankan presidential candidates on full swing with regard to the presidential election, trying to gather as enough support to get the voters to go and vote for them to secure the highest office in the country. Now, one candidate is sitting President Ranil Wickremesinghe, who is contesting as an independent this time around. Now, at a Ranil Tapuluang or Ranil Can rally in Ruanralla, President Ranil Wickremesinghe delivered a scathing critique of his political opponents Sajith Premadasa and Anura Kumara Dissanayake for their recent political ambitions. Now, Wickremesinghe has accused them of abandoning the people during the country's economic collapse and questioned their credibility. Now, he said when the people of this country were without food, medicine, fuel and gas, he took on the responsibility of addressing these needs. He said no one else stepped up and that Sajith and Anura ran away. Now, he emphasized that under his leadership,